This is Kentucky Hot Brown Boys.
All right, everybody. Woo! It's fucking Tuesday night. It's time to get loose. Am I right?
Yeah.
Anybody? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. God, I don't think we've done... Have we done a show on Tuesday before, Dusty?
I don't think so.
I
think we usually do like Thursday, Fridays, or Saturdays. That's usually about it.
Well, no. I'm trying to think.
Don't even ask me.
I thought we said
done
the
so
Sin City
many.
Burlesque people on...
She was a Saturday.
Did we do Bones on Tuesday?
You know what? I think he was like a Wednesday. Or it was like right in the middle of the week because they were on tour and that's the only way they could stop through. That was like the only time they could stop through.
I think somebody...
Bones took my fucking chair, dick.
I think there's actually a show named We're Awesome on Tuesdays.
Really?
I think.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Have your archivists.
Don't even ask me.
I thought we said the Sin City.
Many.
Sorry, had to pull something up there, kind of fuck us up. Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Well, that was weird. There was two of you for a second.
Yeah, I clicked on the live feed on Facebook so I could see all the comments that come up.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's why it sounded weird.
I was like, I hate hearing my voice.
Yeah. Do you ever go back and listen to your?
Sometimes I used to.
Yeah,
a while
I don't
back,
ever.
But
actually, I lied. I'd listened to like 5 minutes of last week and maybe like 5 minutes of the week before.
And you're like, ugh.
Just to see if I laughed. I did. I think we're on. I think it's
Yeah, I keep getting some good feedback from people. They
if
say
I
we're
wasn't
on
involved, I would still think it was. If I wasn't me listening to me, I would still think.
I just always listen to make sure my voice isn't too irritating. Try to adjust the tone.
I think everybody's all self-conscious about their voice. I think a lot of people are.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are too.
What's really
I'm not
strange?
anymore.
I sound exactly like my cousin, who in real life I don't think I sound anything alike. But when I listen to it, I'm like, oh my god, we have the same inflection, the same just the way we pronounce certain things.
Did you say inflection? Mm-hmm. What the fuck is inflection?
It's a $5 word right there.
It's like your tone of voice. It's like the way you accent syllables.
Is that your word of the day?
Yeah.
Nice.
Inflection.
We need to do Brit's word of the day.
Vocab corner.
Make you feel smart, woman.
Yeah. Looks like we got a couple of people tuning in. Hi, thanks everybody for tuning in so far. And somebody named Baby Fart who just commented, "Baby Fart, doot 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 doot, baby fart, doot, 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 baby fart."
The best comment I've ever.
Yeah.
I
bet they had that copied and pasted. Like they're like, I ain't typing that out.
They just tried to be the first comment on every feed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, fuck it.
It started off as a comment here, and then in like 2 weeks, it'll be on Bob and Tom doing the actual song version of it. And be like, oh man,
that guy commented on our video.
Yeah, that guy commented on our show's video. It's where it all started.
We sing that all the time to the dog.
Yeah.
Baby fart.
Let's get that a little closer to you.
We say her name is Sugar.
Yeah.
And we go sugar shit doot doot doot
Oh.
sugar shit.
That is too
I love
funny.
that dog.
I kind of miss the old racist guys, Bob Saget coming on there blowing our live feed up. I really didn't care because a comment's a comment and it shows activity, so I'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah.
Rob Morgan, first comment on Facebook. Appreciate that, Rob.
Sweet. What do you win?
He gets a shout out. Hey, Rob.
Hey, what's up, Rob?
What's up, Rob?
Nice job.
That's going.
So you guys may have noticed Mr. Leo Bishop is not with us today.
R.I.P.
Yeah, he didn't.
Solid 10.
He did not die. He was planning on being here. It was kind of weird because it was like a Tuesday thing. Then at the last minute, the person that was covering for him at work actually ended up in the hospital.
So they say.
She was faking it.
Most women do,
Yeah.
honestly, I think.
I am the devil, and don't you forget it.
But yeah, so Leo's not with us tonight, but we do have the extraordinary Leopard Slope and Dusty B.
What's going on, everybody?
What up? We have the Pimp of Fake Piss, Mr. Brad Sabbath.
What's up, everybody?
Oh, hey, look, I hate to not introduce Britt here, but Bob Saget actually
just popped in.
Thanks for the baby fart comment, bro. And yes, last but certainly not least, Britt Fred, everybody.
Hello.
The lady behind the sounds.
Hi.
And the marketing.
And pens and the marketing and the notes and the lists and the... and the judging
I
and the.
I am the sound girl and the administrative assistant of this podcast, and the marketing specialist.
Killing it.
Functional.
She's doing a great job.
She sent this Excel spreadsheet of like celebrity deaths. I'm like,
Yeah,
I love how organized it is. I love it.
like,
She's the most organized person I've ever met in my entire life.
Yeah.
I have a few people who would beg to differ, but I appreciate it.
We've got the best guests tonight. Let's bring them out. It's your ex-husband.
Awkward.
I thought you were gonna bring out CrossFit Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, CrossFit Chris. He's on the list.
Rob Morgan commented. He said, "I don't know if you remember me, but I am good friends with Eric. We met at his birthday party last year." Yes, Rob, I do remember you.
I don't remember you.
That was not a birthday party. That was Halloween. Yes.
It was a bris.
It was a bris.
Did you hear about
What?
There was a woman whose in-laws kidnapped her kid. It was on, I don't know, I think it was like Washington Post, but kidnapped her kid and had like a surprise bris. Like they came home and like.
What?
Yeah, like
what's a bris?
A bris is a Jewish like
circumcision.
Okay.
It's like a Jewish baptism, but instead of
Haven't
water,
you seen
they.
that South Park episode, man? Come on.
No.
And isn't it done like way after, like
It's
after
like
the
they're
baby's
like,
older?
They're
You're like
10
9.
years old or something. No,
Oh.
but like the rabbi comes over to your house and like instead of baptizing your kid with water, they just like circumcise them on your dining room table, and yeah.
Then they throw it in a frying pan and then they make the kid eat
Little num nums.
I don't know.
Looks like a little pig crackling. Ugh.
Little cracklings.
Yeah, little cracklings.
You know, I'm not a big fan of
Dick
pork
crackling.
rinds, dude.
What's that?
Not a fan of pork rinds.
Oh no, me neither. Do you know they have some that you can like make in the like you put in the oven or
Really?
like
What?
microwave or something like that? The warm. Yeah, it's disgusting. I've seen them in
Ugh.
like grocery stores before.
When I was
Why?
doing keto, they were like the only snack food that
pork
you can eat?
rinds?
Yeah.
I bet you had the worst farts ever.
Oh. Well, actually, keto it's weird. You don't hardly fart at all.
Keto
I've,
just sounds like a form of like
It's
karate that like you
I've
need to
heard
learn.
it.
You know.
I've heard it as hell.
Yeah, it sounds like
I
a
did
like
it
a
for
character
years.
in Mortal Kombat. Like keto wins.
Yeah.
Well, for the first like
Keto.
2 years I did it, I kept
Oh, that's
saying,
why.
I would call it keto, and they're like, no, it's keto.
Keto.
Keto meme.
Oh. Yeah.
I don't know. But
I don't know.
pork rinds. The only reason I ever gave him a shot, and this is so weird, because of the cartoon Rugrats.
Oh yeah, because they always made them look like they're
always-
so good.
Yeah, they always talked about eating
Yeah.
pork rinds and shit. And
The
I'm just
grandpa.
Like, yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta try those, you know. And then I tried them. I was like, oh god,
I like pork rinds.
I just
the
wasted
hot ones are
$3
good.
on a bag of these.
And what is it? It's just like
It's like skin and fat.
It's skin, but they fry it at such
Mm-hmm.
a high temperature it puffs.
Yeah.
So it's just puffed skin.
tastes like something
And-
like a dog would.
It
Yeah.
does taste like a
It
dog
tastes like
treat.
a damn dog.
Yeah.
It's
dog,
gross.
like a dog treat.
They smell weird.
They smell like farts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
They
smell
do
like farts.
Yeah.
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 It's-
Glad we're all in consensus about the fart
We've
smell.
voted.
Of,
it's horrible.
I'm sure if Leo was here
I'll mark
tonight,
that down.
he would agree.
consensus.
He would agree.
And you know, since we're talking about foods that smell weird, shake and bake. You guys ever eat it?
Long time
when
ago.
I was a kid, yeah, my
as
mom
a
would make
kid.
it.
Well, my wife and my kids love shake and bake, pork chops, chicken, whatever. But I think, like, when you got the shake and bake in the bag, like, before you put anything even in it, you know that smell, like, when you had sex, and then, like,
You told me this the other
Yeah.
day, and I'm like,
it's like you had sex, and, like, you didn't shower afterwards, and, like, hours later, you go to take a piss, and you kind of got that weird,
Oh yeah,
Like-
yeah.
like, cum, vagina stank all over
Yeah,
your dick
cum,
still.
vagina, dick.
Yeah.
I think
a butt,
sh-
whatever
yeah.
whatever you're into.
I think shake and bake
now you're not
smells
king-shaming.
just like that.
Jesus Christ.
I could.
I don't see it.
I want to smell shake and bake again.
I'm gonna next
Maybe
time I go to
you
the store,
need
I'll
to eat
buy a
less
bag.
bread because
All the yeast
yeah,
or whatever.
the yeast
Yeah.
gets, gets
Yeah.
a little yeasty.
That's what
I
it
don't know.
is.
I don't know.
A little sticky.
I don't know. Yes, asparagus does make your piss smell
Yes.
horrible too, but
You know
asparagus
that's
is
genetic?
I was going to say that. Yes, and it's
Really?
genetic.
That
yes.
only some people's pee
Some
does
people
not
can.
smell.
delicious. Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Same with cilantro. Some people, when they eat cilantro, it tastes like soap.
Really?
All kinds of fun.
I love
facts here to know.
asparagus.
Weird.
Me too.
Never knew that.
One time I went out of town with like my ex, but like when we first started dating, I went out of town with like a girls' trip for his whole family,
Yeah.
and there was a big bag of like leftover asparagus, and I hadn't eaten all day, and I went over to eat some, and this old lady goes, "Your urine is going to stink." And I'm like, "What the fuck, old lady? I don't even know you."
It's pennies for my hamstring.
Yeah, pennies. Make my hands turn green. Yeah, man, asparagus is so good, but oh man, it's so brutal. Like if you eat it for dinner and you wake up the next morning and pee,
What that
like,
smell like?
Exactly.
Oh, it's horrible.
Brutal.
Nice stinky.
You don't like asparagus, so you don't know.
Fuck no.
The struggle.
What?
It's real. Yeah.
I like it. I like
You've
asparagus.
never had mine and Dusty's asparagus.
Yeah, it's really good.
Have you ever had bacon wrapped asparagus?
I have not.
No, but I bet that's delicious.
Now I need to try it.
So good. Bacon wrapped. I mean, obviously.
I would say bacon wrapped anything would probably be good. You could like bacon wrap a turd, and I'd be like,
all
right, I'll try it.
I'll eat around it.
Bacon wrapped burrito on YouTube the other day.
That's excessive.
Ooh.
Oh, I would eat it.
Speaking of keto,
Bacon.
I'd
I like
eat it.
trying a bacon wrapped quesadilla.
Oh, that would actually be pretty good.
That would be really good.
have you ever seen like the bacon weaves where you like
Yeah.
weave it together?
I've always wanted to try that, but I'm not patient enough. I'm just like, just give me the fucking bacon.
It takes so long, and it's like by the time you do it, like you can only eat like half of like whatever you make with it, because if you're doing it for like keto purposes, because it's so caloric. So
Caloric, what the fuck's that mean?
full of calories.
Oh, okay. What's all these big words, man?
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I have
just turn her mic off.
I'm gonna get a jar, and every time you say a word that I don't fucking understand,
we'll have
I'm gonna
a
make
big
you
word
put a
jar.
dollar in it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll dumb it down a little bit. Sorry about that. Sorry.
I was thinking, I was like, caloric. Does that mean like?
The pool?
Does that like have to do with like levels of like some kind of acid or something, or? I don't know. I had no idea. I'd never heard that word before.
I could have just
Caloric.
gone with it. Yeah.
If you'd have just said, it's got a lot of calories in it, I'd have been like, oh, okay, yeah. But you had to throw these fancy words at me.
It's clunky to say it that way.
Clunky?
Nice little $5 word. Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
Brittany's $5 word.
Yeah, it needs a little jingle.
I'll take Brittany's $5 words for 1,000, Alex.
We need a little ding. Like, we need a little, like, $5 word dinger.
Whoa.
Dinger.
Bob Saget's blowing up our YouTube here.
Some racist shit.
No, he's not racist shit
that's
today.
cool.
He's got all kinds of stuff. He accused me of giving him the silent treatment. He said, there's genocide in Yemen, but I'd always rather watch KYHBB talk
Oh,
about asparagus.
that's nice.
That is nice. Thanks, Bob.
Aw.
Asparagus is
Appreciate
good and good for you. So.
This is just a plug for asparagus.
Yeah,
We're getting paid by big asparagus.
Yeah, asparagus farmers hitting us up.
Hey,
It's Asparagus
I'd take
Tuesdays here on KYHBB. Join us next Friday for
Yeah.
tomato.
Tomorrow's get pissed on Wednesday.
Yeah, get pissed on Wednesday. We got a special phone interview with R. Kelly,
Yeah.
the ghost of Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry.
Hey, now, since we're on the topic of asparagus, and I like to keep things in the gutter here, I don't know if we talked about this on air. I think we talked about this off the air.
Yeah.
But if we bought a Craigslist hooker and all we wanted to do was piss on her after we ate asparagus, would you be down for that?
Got to chip in on the hooker.
If you
He's
want
like,
to piss on
no
her,
way.
yeah.
I got better shit to spend money
I'll
on.
put it to you this way: I'll buy the asparagus,
You buy the hooker,
but
I'll
you-
buy the.
but you got to chip in on the hooker.
Hey man, Kroger's running a deal, man. You got like a bundle of asparagus for like
hookers?
99 cents.
Oh. No, I probably wouldn't.
You wouldn't want to piss on a hooker?
No, because that would just like I don't know. It's,
Why would you want to piss on a hooker? Like,
Why not?
What's the appeal of the piss?
Yeah, I was
like,
gonna say
that's-
that.
Like, I'm not kink shaming anyone, but
No.
But
I mean, I honestly, I don't find that like sexually arousing at all.
you're just for shits and giggles.
Yeah,
for funsies?
just do it for shits and giggles. Yeah,
All
just to
right.
be
I
like,
feel like
hey,
mentally that would be something that would stick
You have a
out.
seat right over here for me.
He's back.
yeah, I know.
He keeps
funny.
directing, like saying on like his social medias, "Hey, come get on the website for new videos," and then I go on the website and there's no new videos. Chris Hansen just always seems to be
Sketchy.
swindling.
He's
Yeah,
scamming.
Shady. He's behind the curtain right
Yeah.
Shady boots.
now. Yeah.
Sketchy Chris Hansen.
Why don't you have a seat, Chris Hansen?
Yeah, well,
I'd
we'll
love
see
for
what he's been up
somebody.
to.
If I ever meet Chris Hansen, that's the first thing I'm gonna say to him. Why don't you have a seat?
Why don't you have a seat, Chris?
Yeah, just like that.
Actually, if I was like somewhere and he came walking in, I would like run, thinking like, "Oh shit!
Oh
fucking
shit, somebody's fucked.
fuck!
You do a mental inventory of your old hard drives.
They fucking
like-
found that hard drive in the bank vault. Fuck!"
I don't think I would be too worried about that really.
No, I mean,
Like if he just like walked in, like if I was at a random house, like if I was like meeting
Yeah, you
somebody
would
to
be
buy
then.
something or whatever, like Facebook yard sale, and like I'm
yeah.
buying a fucking bread maker or some shit, And all of a sudden, fucking Chris Hansen walked in and be like, whoa, hold on a second here. Like, you ain't pulling up my fucking transcript. Like, I'll pull up the right one, right? I'm buying a bread maker, bro. You know?
Somebody said something about asparagus and peeing on somebody.
Like, that was a video. That has nothing to do with this chat.
Yeah. And like shake and bake or something.
Yeah. So why do you smell like shake and bake?
Yeah.
Shake and bake 72.
Next time I'm at Kroger. And
how many times do you think that guy gets stopped? Like, do you think he's on that level of fame where he's kind of stopped everywhere he goes?
I don't think anymore since he's been off air. I would imagine it's kind of.
Yeah, but it was like
he's put on a little bit of weight, so he doesn't really look like himself.
Renowned at the time when it was on, though. Like,
I guess. I don't know. I never really saw.
But I guess it's starting to kind of die. You know, you never watched it.
Never watched To Catch a Predator?
I
could send you some links, man. I fucking love that shit.
Yeah. I wasn't a network TV kind of gal.
Oh, you're too good for network TV.
Honestly, I watch the majority of it on YouTube.
Or MSNBC used to do like marathons of it, all the time for like hours. And hours and hours.
It's one of those reality things that just didn't really.
Yeah, but
catch my eyeballs.
Did y'all see Janelle got all the rest of her kids taken away? Janelle!
Yeah.
Is that the one that husband shot the dog?
Yeah.
They're like supposedly like on the run or something.
Allegedly.
They're on the run for what?
They call their property and like their house, and they have like a bunch of acreage. They call it the land.
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't been seen at the land since like Friday.
That's fucking original.
Yeah. So his daughter.
Right, because he murdered her and then shot himself somewhere, and they just need to find the body in a pickup truck somewhere.
I mean, my money's on Murder Sue still. So.
I'm with you on that.
You know how fucking crazy that would be?
All because he killed a dog.
Also, that would mean the end of Teen Mom always. Like, I think. Like,
really, you think after that?
Back in like maybe 10 or 15 years ago, they would pull a reality show off the air for that, but not now. Because remember, what was that show where like the guy on there was like a contestant or something, and he actually like murdered.
Oh, you're talking about
yeah, I know. What you're talking about.
It was a spin-off of
a spin-off of Megan Wants a Millionaire.
Yeah, Megan marries a millionaire. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, murdered her and dumped her in the desert.
Yeah, and was he like a finalist or he won?
I thought he had her like in a suitcase in his hotel room.
Yeah,
or some
and then
shit.
but did dump her in the desert. After that, but there's security camera, like him leaving like in her car.
And wasn't he like he won that show, didn't he? Or he was like a finalist?
He was a finalist. Yeah, they only played like 1 or 2 episodes, and then the news of that broke, and they were like, done.
Because he was on it for the whole time. So.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know anything about this.
It was way.
I only know about. I didn't watch it in real time, but I did. There have been several podcasts that I've listened to that covered it.
Or even before that, the murder of the people that were on Jenny Jones back in the 90s.
The murder of the people of Jenny Jones.
They were on Jenny. Well, basically, like this guy brought his friend on there, and like I think I'm getting the story right. Like told him like, hey, I have a secret crush on you. But it was like a dude, like 2 dudes, and like the guy felt like really embarrassed about it, and then he like killed the guy over it because he was embarrassed.
Yeah.
Jenny Jones, man, that was.
Have you guys
I love those
watched
shows.
that Missing Maura Murray?
No.
She was like this college student, and she had like basically kind of gotten in trouble for like stealing like people that she knew's credit card numbers and stuff, and like I guess was getting out of Dodge, but she was like she was in the army, or she was in like some of the armed services, and then was like almost finished with college, and she was up like I want to say like Maine maybe, but she like just drives away. Like her last footage is at an ATM, and then she just drives away, and like her car is found, and she gets in like a minor little fender bender, and
disappears,
just gone. Like no, like the guy like who called the cops at like a house like could see the car the whole time.
Just like a Netflix thing or something.
It wasn't. It was like a Netflix or Oxygen special, but it's like a bunch of different like podcasts and stuff. But it's like one of the most infuriating things because there's like no sign of her, and it's like.
Well, there's a lot of stories like that.
Yeah. There's a million of those.
We got a local one that's kind of like that.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
That Paige girl, where she just randomly just
Paige
vanished.
Johnson, yeah.
Oh yeah.
She just like vanished.
They like drugged a lake and searched like that dude's house and all that shit. Yeah.
Or that one from a really long time ago, that Carrie Culberson.
Yeah, they found her, didn't they?
I don't know if they did or not.
Yeah, I remember that one though. Yeah.
Wasn't that like with a senator or
politician
or something?
No, it was just some dude. It was one of the ones where there was like one of the first cases where they tried the tried somebody for murder without ever like finding
the body
ever.
They found him guilty, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so. Like the boyfriend or something.
What? Really?
Yeah, we should just call this episode speculating on things we not
There are,
necessarily know if we have the facts
listening-
about or not.
There are people listening that are like, no, you're totally wrong. Like, you know nothing about this case.
All those serial killer people listen to serial killer.
I listen to so much of it that it all runs together.
Well, here's the thing. I remember when I would read like in high school and like college and like younger, reading like serial killer paperbacks, and people used to like look at you like you were fucking crazy. And now everyone's like,
it's everything. That's
like a mainstream thing.
I'm so weird and wacky. I love serial killer stuff. I'm so weird. Oh my god, I love
like-
Jeffrey Dahmer. The podcast about him. I'm so weird. Ooh,
How's that?
like, oh, I'm so. Look at me. This gives me an edge.
Tell us how you really feel.
I feel you.
Yeah,
It's a basic. It's a sign of being a basic bitch.
yeah.
Speaking of serial killers, have you guys watched the new Ted Bundy movie?
Oh,
yet?
we need to watch that.
I haven't watched it myself.
How long is the dude from Metallica in it? Because they like blogs and like
he's in that?
Which
yeah, he
one?
plays the
Who?
sheriff.
music websites
Really?
were acting like
Who?
he had like
James
a
Hetfield.
big role in it or something.
I love
I
James.
don't think it's a
Hetfield.
huge role.
So you're
Yeah,
saying
that-
he was local for a while?
Yeah, he was.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird to watch like well, I mean, obviously I haven't watched it, but to see like the side by side of like from the movie and then like
And,
where
like,
they
where it
actually
was
shot.
shot,
Oh, where it was
yeah.
And
actually
then
shot.
they put like the mountains and shit in the background.
yeah.
You know, it's like wow, that's so.
I was in a
beautiful.
movie that filmed here.
Yeah, I was in
like
Latonia.
10 years ago, the Eddie Furlong movie that was filmed in Verona.
You say you were?
Yeah, I was an extra.
Oh wow, dude! You know, I actually watched that.
Jimmy and
Shit was-
Judy.
yeah, shit was
fucking
garbage,
terrible, right?
yeah.
Except for the dad from 90210 and like the lingerie at the beginning, getting it up. But honestly,
I had
like
such high hopes because I love that.
I had high hopes, thinking like, oh man, I'm gonna be an extra in this movie,
Yeah.
and like it was like I just started doing stand. I'm like, oh, now I'm like, starting to
Get
do
your
stand
SAG
up. Now I'm
card.
like, yeah, now I'm on a set of this major motion picture with Edward Furlong and the girl from The Ring. But like even standing around, I like knew I was like, this movie's gonna be a fucking piece of shit. I could just tell this movie's gonna suck. And then actually they had the premiere for it here in town because it was filmed here. They had it at Newport on the Levee, and like the director came. I guess he's like from this area. He was like a really nice guy, but it was like so hard to like be like, yeah, this was
such a great film.
way to
Pretty
waste
bad, huh?
your fucking money making this thing, dude. Didn't you just feel like it was like a Natural Born Killers kind of like
It wasn't, dude. It didn't
rip
hold
off
a candle. to
Well, yeah,
Natural
but
Born
that's what it
Killers.
was trying to be.
I think so. I think that's even how they marketed it.
Yeah,
Like they said, it was like the next Natural Born
Yeah.
Killers.
and that was when he released The Lobsters. Was when that was.
Yeah.
when that was going
Bring in the
on.
dancing lobsters.
Eddie Furlong.
I don't know who that is.
He's a child actor.
Was now
Was
he's
now he's just
has
like
been
a
child
bloated
actor.
alcohol. Yeah, probably another one of those who's been molested and thrown aside in Hollywood.
probably.
There's a million of those.
I bet she's cooler than Corey Feldman though.
Yeah, he probably is. You probably have a
Yeah.
beer with Eddie Furlong. And,
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't know what
Talk
it
about
looks
freeing some animals and shit.
yeah, free the lobster. Hey man,
He free some lobsters at like a Kroger or something?
And
I-
Meyer in Florence.
yeah, Meyer and
Oh, that's right. I remember you telling me
Yeah.
about that.
like. I blew Brad's mind the other day.
I was gonna be like, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Let me get a free hand here. Oh, wait. Never mind.
When I revealed that the movie, what was the movie with the skater?
Airborne.
Airborne,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was shot in
It
Cincinnati.
was shot in
No,
Cincinnati.
I knew that, but
the street. This might be new information to you guys as well. The street Devil's Backbone.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
Devil's
that-
Backbone.
That they go down. There is an actual street called Devil's Backbone on the west side, but it is not the street that they skate
Right,
down.
right.
The street
I never
they
knew
skate
that.
down is
You didn't know that?
Warsaw.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like Warsaw into West 8th Street, and then it's like down Marion Way.
that's such a good
It
fucking
for
movie.
sure is
I remember
not
that.
I haven't
Devil's
watched that movie in a
Backbone.
long time. I need to
haven't
rewatch
either.
it.
I had a huge crush on Seth Green,
Who didn't?
Yeah.
and
honestly.
I actually wrote him, and he wrote me back with a
Oh, my sister
Like a
did that
little signature.
with JT.
Really?
Yeah.
In the 90s, if you sent like a self-addressed stamped envelope, like
I remember you used to be able to
would-
buy those books that had like a bunch of celebrity addresses. And shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, my sister
It was
wrote
like always in the back of magazines.
JTT. She
Oh,
had
man.
two letters.
Oh,
My
wow.
older sister loved JTT.
JTT was like my sexual awakening.
JTT was?
I remember like
Was he on the
I
hottie
loved,
wall?
I loved The Lion King because I knew JTT was the voice of young Simba.
Get up!
Oh my
Get
God.
up!
Fucking weirdo. And what's that guy doing now? Absolutely.
Being short and bald, probably.
Yeah.
He was on.
He peaked at 12.
He was on. What the fuck is that one? That Last Man Standing for a while when it first started.
Is that the
Was
Tim
he
Allen?
really?
Yeah.
That's like the alt-right Tim Allen show.
Yeah.
That's what I don't think it really
That's
is. That's what they try
I
to
know,
say.
I'm just teasing.
He's
Yeah.
coming to town too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh?
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 We got more power or whatever. Whatever.
Did you
it
guys see
is.
the episode where
Cocaine's
his
a hell of a
wife?
drug.
Yeah, it is. Where his wife from
He got
Home
busted there.
Improvement,
Yeah, and squealed on people.
Yeah.
where his wife from Home Improvement was on there.
No.
On
No.
Last Man Standing.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
his. She played like his ex-girlfriend or some shit. I can't remember what it was, but she was. And it was like awkward
Yeah.
for me to watch. It was awkward. It's like,
That's like when King of Queens, that
Yeah,
one
that
chick
other-
died, and then
the
they brought
new
Leah.
show-
in.
well,
Yeah.
no, they like killed her off,
Yeah.
and then like the new show that he's got, they killed the
Yeah.
like the new like the wife off, and we're like, let's just bring back his wife from the other
You guys
TV
know
show.
a lot about sitcoms that like moms watch.
I just keep up with things.
You don't like King of Queens?
You don't like King of Queens?
King of Queens is great.
King
Yeah.
of Queens is
Fine.
great.
No, this is like
It's fine. I'm a little bit of a hipster when it comes to sitcoms.
you sat there and laughed when
No.
we watched it with your mom.
I'm sorry, it's not Big Bang.
Yeah, no, what is though? What can
Okay,
be?
I can never shit on Big Bang Theory because when I was writing my thesis in college, like that was the only thing that would like take the edge off my
See,
nerves.
now when
Like,
Big Bang
I
first
watched
came out, it
so
was
much.
okay.
I couldn't get into it.
I couldn't get into it.
It was
either.
okay.
It was like everybody watched it, and it was like on. Like there were so many seasons at that point that I.
It's just one of those shows. I'm like, how is this show? Like, it's been on for like 35 years or something. It feels like.
Yeah. It's like,
It's like how many times can you make fun of a
14
nerd?
seasons?
Like
12 seasons?
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It's the last season now, though, isn't it?
Yeah. The series finale is this week.
Oh, are
Oh,
we up
really?
against it
Wow.
tonight?
No, that's Thursday, I want to say.
Oh, okay, cool.
good, yeah.
Smart.
The
yeah.
only thing we're up against tonight is SmackDown.
Pre-recorded. We could just give away the rest.
Yeah, give away the results.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, hey, everybody on YouTube's bitching about us rambling and not fucking talking about nothing, saying we should just blow each other and call it a night.
No
I
shit,
mean, that'd
really?
be good.
Who
pod.
said that?
That'd be Bob Saget and John Stamos.
It's the same fucking person.
Yes.
Yeah, same fucking person. So it says we have 6 people watching on YouTube. So they might be different people, but I doubt it. It's probably some fat
YouTube,
bald.
it's
It's probably
probably
JTT
Probably
sitting
Jonathan
there
JTT.
with
Taylor
like
Thomas.
2 laptops,
And-
just trolling
JTT,
the
if
fuck
you
out
are
of us.
watching,
And Zachary Ty Bryan is watching too.
Zachary Ty Bryan.
And the goth kid.
I don't even
Remember when the
Mark-
kid?
I know
Remember when
that
Mark
is.
Taylor
Yeah.
on
Went
Home
all
Improvement
goth
went
and
goth,
shit.
got all goth?
wore a
That
lot of
was
Near-
Slipknot.
Yeah, he wore Slipknot. Him and AJ Soprano were hanging out, being all goth together, like Power Man 5000. Like, yeah,
They had that hair. And
yeah,
shit.
the hair, the
Oh,
bowl,
God.
yeah, the bowl cut, and a little bit of eyeliner to piss my dad off.
You know from first-hand experience?
Yeah, I'm gonna push some buttons. I'm gonna buy the Satanic Bible at B. Dalton. My dad's gonna find out about it, threaten to kick me out.
Who would buy that? Every copy I ever had, I stole it.
I bought it from. Well, that was it made you even like edgier when you paid for it with your own money. Like, yeah,
I wanna see that-
15, and
have-
I'm
have you
not
heard of
supposed
that-
to really be reading this.
Freaking out the cashier.
Yeah.
That-
Ooh, this guy's.
New movie Hail Satan.
Oh yeah,
Wanna
that
see that?
documentary that's
Yeah.
out.
I've heard about that. They say
Yeah.
it's just about like the actual religion. and
Yeah.
shit. Have you watched it?
I've not.
It was at the Esquire,
It
which
is-
I
it's
think.
still,
Oh, is it
yeah.
still there?
I heard it was good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want to see that.
I'm into it.
Man, my dad was so
Shockingly.
pissed when they found. That was when I was like, Marilyn Manson and stuff.
Did
Oh,
you
yeah.
really buy the Satanic
Yeah, from
Bible?
B. Dalton Bookstore inside Northgate Mall.
We're gonna have to edit that out. My mom will hunt you down.
Oh, like, as opposed to like other things that have been.
That's what'll send her over the edge.
Yeah. It'd be man.
Did you wear a trench coat too?
B. Dalton, but no, I was never a trench coat kid. I was always like a kid. I was always like the stoner, but I was always interested in like knowledge and like just everything.
I hate to interrupt you.
Jerry
here,
had a trench
but,
coat.
But Ken Catman for the win, right here. I'm gonna show his comment. I guess Bob and Stamos are fucking just going and going and going. Fucking our good buddy Ken Catman jumps in. He goes, "Hey Bob, fuck off."
Nice.
Oh, thank you, Ken Catman.
Wait till.
So what's on the agenda?
Yeah.
Dave Coulier
Oh, we do got
shows
some
up.
stuff. Let's hit some news here, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hit some news.
Yeah. Kind of sounds like the Terminator 2 theme song.
All goes back to Eddie Furlong.
That's right. Lobsters and shit. All right. So tonight on the chopping block, we've got a few things here. We got a lot of celebrity deaths this week, unfortunately.
They're all super old.
They are all super old people. Well, most of them are super old people. Brittany, who we got first?
First is we'll go chronologically.
Okay.
Well, do we want to do all of them, or?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
how many did we come up with?
5.
3. Oh, there's 5.
Damn, there's 5.
Yeah.
Well, fuck it. Let's just run through it.
All right, Peggy Lipton. A little bit about her. She was Rashida Jones's mom, and she was also in Twin Peaks.
And married to Quincy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was- yeah.
She was the muse behind Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
She was also in something else too. She
Mod
was,
Squad.
Mod Squad.
Yeah, the original television. Man, how did I remember that?
I only remember it because I saw it on Facebook.
Yeah, same.
That's where we get all our news now. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Rate the fucks.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to, I mean, honestly, I couldn't have picked her out of a lineup full of fucking Mexican Santa Clauses. So, I mean, I'll go a 1 just to not be a total ass.
Higher than Silent Bob.
I'll go 1.
1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I feel like she's probably like really like she was like really good looking, and was when she was younger and on that television show. So like one of my
You masturbated to her
uncles
before.
or no, one of my
you got the
uncles.
old
She
lady
wasn't
voice.
like
Uncles,
Golden
no, one of my
Girls, man.
uncles or like somebody probably like beat off to her when they were like. So I'd probably like 1.5.
Instead of coming into your room and
Yeah.
showing you a thing or two, they say she saved your
For like the
your
second,
ass.
you know, whatever.
I'm gonna be real and say like 0.5.
Oh, so that makes it a 2.
Well, yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, hold on, what did you say?
0.5. Oh.
1.5.
You said 1.5, so 2, so 4 total. That's not
Was she related to like the Lipton tea people?
I was going to say Lipton. Yeah,
because
Lipton
that
tea.
might bump her up a couple
Yeah.
points.
Why?
if she
Oh,
was,
like
I'd have to
their
drop it down because I hate
Soups
tea.
are good.
Yeah, tea's
Oh, dude,
trash.
their soups are pretty
Lipton,
legit,
the
man.
Lipton, like,
Lipton
yeah.
makes soups.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
they're
make like this chicken broth
Oh
with
my
like
God,
noodles.
it's so good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is
Wow.
good, man.
What kind of salty
It's like-
deliciousness is this?
It's like it comes in like a dry pack.
Yeah, and then you just put it in bowl. Oh, it's so
Sounds
good.
like good sick
It's really
soup.
good.
It is a good sick.
It is a
soup,
sick
and it's like
soup,
really
yeah.
cheap, but it's good.
Yeah,
It's like pure salt water.
It really is.
You know I'd love it then.
Yeah. Anyway.
I love them. Like I said,
But you
I would
hate
eat them when
pork
I'm
rinds,
sick.
I don't
so.
get it.
I don't know. I didn't. I like pork rinds. I just ate too many of them when I was on keto.
Oh, I thought you said you hate. Anyway,
Moving right along
yeah.
here.
Next up, who died next?
The Red Power Ranger, Paula Mega Siva.
Now, obviously, this isn't the Caucasian Power Ranger
Not-
from the Power Rangers that everybody knows, right?
I don't think this. Well, he played a character named Shane something or other.
Or maybe he wasn't Caucasian. He just looked like Brandon Lee and was like half Chinese.
0.
I don't think this was OG Power Rangers.
It was
0.
like 6 Power Rangers later.
It wasn't OG
I
Power
don't-
Ranger?
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm gonna go 0.
I'm
Yeah.
Zero. Let's just zero.
I'm
Let's just goose
not
egg
even
him.
enough for me to acknowledge it.
Dusty,
Like
do
that's
you
how
have
much
any
I care.
Nah,
No fucks?
nah. If he killed a dude with a sword, I'd give him at least 1 fuck or
Goose-
something, like the
goose
other
eggs.
guy.
Goose eggs across the board. Okay.
Didn't one of the Power Rangers kill some dude with a sword?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Red Power Ranger.
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
original.
The-
Man,
Kill-
that Red
kill his
Ranger gets
roommate.
cursed.
Killed his roommate
Yeah,
with a
the
sword.
sword.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's I want to know that story.
He was the OG Red Ranger,
Yeah,
wasn't
you
he?
have to look it up when you.
Yeah.
It was like
on the way
his
home.
roommate or something.
Yeah, it was his roommate. They got into it over pork rinds or some shit.
Over smelly asparagus
Yeah.
tea.
I know it was you, man. 'Cause it smells like fucking asparagus in here.
The hooker told on him.
That's what it was. All right, who's next? What we got?
All right, Silver King, a luchador wrestler that was in
Nacho Libre.
0.
Nacho Libre. 0.
0 right off the bat.
Pretty legendary luchador wrestler, so I'll give him a couple points. I'd say 3.
Wow.
I mean, just because he's like a wrestler,
Automatic
And I-
respect.
yeah.
I feel like.
I'll go with 3 as well. Fuck
Okay.
it.
I'll go
I
a
mean-
1.
And I thought Nacho
You're gonna make
Libre
me the
was
dick.
all right.
That's kind of what this really is like.
Who's the bigger
yeah,
asshole?
who's the bigger asshole?
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, unless it's like a little kid,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to give a fuck about celebrities dying. Okay. All right.
I can't wait
Now
till-
we're getting to the biggins. Doris Day.
All 4 biggins.
Doris Day.
Doris Day.
Now-
Cincinnati hometown Doris Day.
I gotta be honest. I thought she died years ago.
Same.
Yeah.
I'm going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Actually, her and the other one we were going to talk about, I thought was one of those things that happened. It kind of happens with Bob
Yeah,
Denver,
it comes
where people,
up, yeah.
like, oh my God, this person just died, and they're reading an old article from like
Oh,
5
yeah.
years ago, but
Yeah.
they're spreading it all over social media. I thought that
gets
was
me
one
all
of
the time.
those.
That happened to us with Chuck Berry, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all those people like dies, and then they die 3 more times, like 10 years after they
Yeah.
die. Yeah.
You know, honestly, I know the name Doris Day, but
I was just saying, in the motherfucking time.
Yeah. Oh, jungle love. Doris Day in the time.
That's what I thought of when I heard that. I was like, what?
I was gonna lead into that, but yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
That's exactly what I thought.
Was it really?
See, I thought I saw somewhere that she was like one of the last 10 people that are referenced in "We Didn't Start the Fire."
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. Yeah.
that was still living.
And
And now there's only like,
Oh, Billy Joel related. I'm gonna go 7.
see, oh, bumped her up
I'm gonna go 3.
And she's local.
3.
I'm gonna go 3 just because, you know, we gave the wrestler. Or I gave the wrestler guy 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So I'm
fair.
not an asshole. I'll go 4.
I'm gonna change my 7. I was just kind of joking. Like I'm gonna go
Okay.
4.
Peer pressure.
No.
I'll say a 5.5.
Wow.
She was.
You really are a big door. You've got all those pictures of Doris
I
Day
do.
hanging up.
On
You
your
have those
hottie wall?
records. Yeah, on your
On my
hottie wall. Doris Day. JTT and
No,
Doris
I borrowed
Day.
it from Brad's Hottie Wall.
Oh, that's what-
actually,
yeah, that's what it
'cause
was.
Old lady.
Haha. Yeah, really funny. Fucking.
You like old ladies, huh?
Shut up.
There's
It's nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, nothing to be ashamed of.
I know you.
Rue McClanahan was like sexy
You like
when I
the
was
silver
9.
foxes,
so
man.
what?
who's your number 1 gilf?
Grandmother.
Oh, like
You
gilf?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, there's like those like. I mean, now honestly, like back when I was a kid, or like now.
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 I think either would suffice.
Well, now like I probably say like
It's good to know that your tastes change over the years.
Yeah.
So.
Susan Sarandon, probably maybe, or like
You like a strong teacher type.
what are you trying to say?
Susan Sarandon's hot. I'll give you that.
Can we name this episode "Brad Wants to Bang Susan Sarandon"? Please.
I heard she does CrossFit.
Or what's that other one that she was in that? I don't think she's like a grandma yet though.
Do they have to be a technical grandma? Oh, sorry. Do they
Yeah,
have to be a
I think,
technical
like, well,
grandma?
yeah, I think.
I would just say anybody over 60.
Yeah.
They're old enough.
I think Susan Sarandon's over 60.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I liked her in The Client.
That's a good movie.
I
was a
liked.
good
I would watch the movie Stepmom and cry.
Oh, yeah.
In your hottie wall.
Yeah.
Loved a good cathartic
Crying to your hottie wall.
stepmom.
Oh, I can relate to this.
Why would she have me hottie wall?
I said cry into your hottie
Oh,
wall.
No, you don't face the hottie wall when you're crying.
Oh, you face it when you're doing something.
You want to be sad? This has gone somewhere I don't even know. Okay.
Who's there next?
Yeah. I know we got more. You said we had 5. How many have we gone through?
One more. Just
One more. Okay.
Tim Conway.
Tim Conway.
I'm gonna go bigger on this one because
the
my
dwarf
parents
goes fishing.
my
guys.
parents
Yeah.
really loved the Carol Burnett show, so I'm gonna go pretty high on this one.
Okay. Do you have anything else to say about Tim Conway? Like, who is he?
He's pretty. He was on the Carol Burnett show. He's like a
He
pretty
was funny,
famous,
but
like,
to me, he was
improv-
dwarf goes fishing.
Yeah, he was the dwarf guy. What's the age gap?
I know his
And he was
face, but-
he was the voice of was it Barnacle Boy on
Yeah,
SpongeBob?
No shit. Was he
Yeah.
really?
Oh no, the millennial ears perk up now. Oh, what? SpongeBob?
We're back. Yeah.
He was SpongeBob? Oh,
I like that
legendary
Justin said anything
comedian,
for
but
like
he
a
was on
solid 5
SpongeBob.
minutes. SpongeBob?
SpongeBob? What? What?
He did a lot of things. man.
Okay, now I have a frame of reference.
Yeah.
for
That's
him.
that's
Oh, now
why
you
that's why we
care.
perked up. Yeah.
I mean, I knew he was on Carol Burnett, but like he was like an accessory to.
He was also dwarf. We're gonna watch some dwarf
No,
dwarf
thank
videos
you.
this week. Oh my god, he's
yeah.
funny. Walks on his knees and it makes him look all tiny. He goes golfing.
I'm all right. Yeah, I'm all good on that.
On Dorf? No Dorf?
No
Come
thanks.
on.
Oh, you got to. Dorf goes fishing.
Yeah, you got, or Dorf goes golfing.
I am so far behind on all movies in general, and is that gonna make like the top 100 that I've not seen?
We should at least see the final one. Dorf gets embalmed.
Dorf gets embalmed? Yeah. Oh, shit, really?
Starring Theo Holmes.
Dusty, do you know what the fuck they're talking about? Okay, all right. See, like, hug
Nope,
me out
don't,
to dry.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, don't feel bad. I don't know what they're talking about either.
Yeah.
Dorf gets embalmed.
Yeah,
he's dead
Dorf.
now.
I
So
think
they're
you
gonna
guys are
embalm him.
both
I think they're pulling
fucking
our
with
legs,
me.
yeah.
Like, I don't believe any of this.
Gonna pull up Dorf.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm not that like out of the loop.
I'm gonna give him an 8.
Oh my god.
I'm only gonna go a 5.
For Barnacle Boy. Give
Uh-oh.
him a 4. Because I love their invisible mobile. They would jump in.
I'm going 2.5, and only 2.5 because he was on SpongeBob.
He was Dwarf, though.
That was funny, though, because we saw both of our eyes like, oh, okay, SpongeBob.
And
He's
we did,
Barnacle
like,
Boy.
exactly
Look, I mean, how
Yeah.
funny is that?
Alright.
He's on
I don't see her laughing.
Yeah, well,
Show Dusty.
I already
See.
closed it. We can watch some
Oh,
Dwarf
man.
after the show.
Yeah.
See how it is, man.
All right.
You need your full attention for it. It's like
Thanks, man.
Dark Side of the Moon.
Thanks,
you really gotta
Thanks, man. I'm just fucking with you.
All right, so
Okay.
that wraps
That
up our
wraps that up.
celebrity deaths. Who took the cake on that one? Who
Yikes.
who
I'd have
got
been
the
Dorf.
most fucks?
I think it's
Could be
it's
Dorf.
probably Tim Conway, but
Yeah.
only because of the curve. That
Brad sabotaged
Brad-
it.
Yeah.
What?
I'm just kidding.
I have the formula.
Dorf.
Hang on, I have the formula set up. Hang on.
There's a formula for this?
Oh, she's got it.
She's
She's
all
got it
kinds of
down,
shit on
son.
Here, man. She is all over it.
See, I
formulas.
can manage this kind
I
of.
would just like to say we really scored because I
Yeah.
I literally brought Brittany in.
Dude, I told you we had a killer draft. That's what I said.
I know.
We had the best draft we've ever had.
She snuck in the back door, pun intended, and she's blown us
Backdoor
all
Brittany.
away. Yeah.
Why do I do these things to myself? Okay.
Yeah, we had a killer draft. man.
Like I just wanted her to do sounds, but she has
Just-
stepped up and went above and beyond.
Great.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it right now. If you guys break up, I'm picking Britt because she's
Yes, I.
She's not making it back alive this
her-
weekend
her
from
game is
Gatlinburg,
strong.
so
He's like, all right, where's that fucking bear?
like, I don't know what you're talking about. We went there, and I don't know.
This bear chased us
I
down.
think she might have been on her period, and she went for a walk in
Yeah.
the woods. Maybe a bear got her. I don't know.
I tripped her while we were running.
I didn't
Coming
obey the strict
2020.
rules of camping.
The
Yeah.
story of Brad Savage,
And the downfall of
Brett
bears.
Fred.
They smell the menstruation.
He's finally.
be the
that'll be
KYHBB
your- that'll be your-
KYHBB curse. It's always some woman ruining the fucking
Yeah.
third chair. Like
Your big break.
True, very
Your big
true.
cinematic break will be my murder.
Are you
Maybe
guys
that
still gonna go to Riff Raff this weekend?
Yeah, hell yeah. We're going to a video game.
Oh, that
thing
video game convention that's
Yeah.
in town.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
That's
I
at
got a big
NKU,
day
isn't
Saturday,
it?
man.
Isn't it
Yeah,
NKU?
I think so. Yeah, I got
Well,
the
yeah.
autism walk, and then I got that, and then I got
Riff Raff.
riff raff.
How long's the walk?
I think it's still like
Like a
11.
5K? Or is it like a 5K? Or like
I
a-
think so. It's nothing.
I like that
major.
you act like you know what 5K is now. After the pig, you're like,
What?
I know what a 5K
I
is.
so yeah, I was up at fucking 7 o'clock in the morning learning like what a
Isn't it like
5K
6
was.
something miles soon.
10K is 6.2. 5 is 3.1.
Oh, okay. For the record, I've never done a 5K or a 10K.
Me neither.
Don't plan to.
I used to.
honestly.
I've always wanted to do like the half.
I'm doing
A half
the
marathon?
half.
Yeah.
I'm doing the half next year.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's train.
And
We sponsor you, like isn't that one
yeah.
of the things where like you pay per however many?
I'll run carrying like an H.
Remember
you know,
those things,
HBB
walkathons
flag.
or whatever it was?
a jump rope for heart.
You jump,
Oh yeah, they still got that.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Did anybody was a rockathon in a rocking chair? Was that ever a real thing, or is that just something they did on like
Rockathon
sitcoms?
and a rocking chair.
I mean, sounds like it could be
Like-
a real
I could,
thing.
I could fuck that all up.
Or that hands on a hard body where you put everybody puts their hands on a car and then whoever
The Bell Life just did that for a boat.
Yeah, they did. They had a bunch of people come in.
Yeah.
And do that.
put their hands on a
I haven't
boat.
watched their videos in like.
I
forever.
haven't either. I'm just like whatever.
It's
I
kind of
don't
like,
even care.
yeah.
It's the same shit over and over.
Who is it?
The Bell Life.
Yeah.
Trey Bell and his brother.
Yeah, those guys that rode that dirt bike to that Walmart.
Oh,
yeah.
I
They're local.
that.
I went to school with Justin.
Man.
Oh, you went to school? Were they like kind of like that in school too?
No, Justin was like terrified of girls and like wouldn't talk to them. Like, oh geez, I ain't talking to her.
Super quiet.
Yeah,
reserved.
super quiet. Like really like kind of awkward.
Never would have thought he'd have his own YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
never, ever.
what are
It
you
never
people talking
ever
about?
would have crossed my mind that he would have. But
Did you go to school with anybody famous or anybody famous go to your school or anything?
Is that what we're talking about?
Well, now we are.
Oh. I went to grade school. Oh my god, it was so funny. There was this guy who's like a professional. Now he's like a professional BMXer. Like he has like his own, like he makes his own like frames, like his bike frames. Like that's how he's
nice.
like making money in LA. Like
Is his
he's, like,
last name Haro?
No,
Schwinn.
his name is Tony.
Tony Schwinn.
Tony Nyer. And he has like his own thing.
That's such a BMX-y,
And- yeah.
like
What's
skateboardy
funny,
sounding
though,
name.
is like we went to grade school together, and this kid was like always on his BMX bike, like, in like Glenway Avenue, like in like the west side is like 4 lanes like of busy traffic, and he'd always be like riding his like BMX bike, almost getting hit by cars, and his like hands were like always like they called him the grit ball because
they're always dirty.
his
They're
hands
always
were
black.
always dirty with
Yeah.
with chain grease, and we're like, oh my god, this kid is gonna like crack his head open and die, and like he ended up being like a famous BMXer, and we're like, oh,
Wow.
well, we
didn't
shouldn't have
have
called you.
anybody
We shouldn't have called you Gritball.
I should be the most famous person that went to my school, which isn't saying a
is
lot.
Is this gonna lead into your 911 comedian rant?
No, but
I feel like this is teeing it up.
Did somebody call 911 on you?
no. And by the way, Leo was just not posted something on Instagram, so apparently, he can post on Instagram, but he
He
Just-
messaged us on Facebook.
did he really?
Yeah,
What
I
did he
saw
say?
that.
He said, "Yeah, sorry, Wednesday's a no-go. Would have had to been Friday."
He's probably on break or something. I think Anthony Munoz went to my high school.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
He went to Scott?
Yeah. I think
I
so.
don't know.
I want to say he did.
I have no
think. Him or another Bengals player. I can't remember, but it's one of those two. I think it was him though.
That's a very, very good possibility.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like
it was
Anthony
him.
Munoz.
I like his commercials.
Yeah, what's he's
He does like the furniture fair.
for
Yeah.
your.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the little guy from Furniture Fairs?
He still does them.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard he died.
No.
Really?
No.
10 $5.
Not unless they got like a
10 bucks.
hologram.
Yeah.
Furniture fair
Actually,
got a
I
hologram.
probably would kind of. I'd probably.
That's
I
like
didn't-
childhood right there,
Yeah.
man.
I'd be
Exactly.
over a 5.
I'd go 4, probably.
Yeah.
It's like
maybe
if the
5.
cool ghoul died or something.
Cool
Cool
Ghoul
did
did
die.
Did he
Dude,
die?
when Tim
We did,
Hedrick
we-
died.
Yeah.
Oh, Tim
Oh,
Hedrick.
yeah.
Tim Hedrick was a dick though.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey.
I've heard
Allegedly.
The guy that
yeah.
He's not here
what's
to
his
defend
name
himself.
now? One of the other weather
Horsemeyer?
guys. Yeah, he's a fucking dick.
Yeah.
Steve
Maybe.
Horsemeyer?
Oh, maybe I've been like slandering Tim Hedrick.
Yeah, I think it's Horsemeyer.
Who's-
Horsemaier's a
Okay.
dick. He has the.
I'm sorry.
He's-
Yeah.
he does the hair sprayer,
He
yeah.
looks like Frasier kind
Who's
of.
Yeah.
the one guy you were behind in the racetrack?
Yeah,
What's
he
his
like
name?
basically cut everybody in line.
Hold on. What did you say his name was? It's not Steve Horstemeyer.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Steve Horsemeyer dead?
No.
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 Tim Hedrick. Not Tim
Um,
Hedrick.
This guy was like
Steve,
WCPO.
we get him
Steve
mixed
Raleigh?
up.
No, it's not him.
Was it not Steve
Mm.
Raleigh?
I don't know, but I know he's like one of
I'm
the.
calling on our listeners over 50 to confirm this.
Yeah, but
because-
anyways, whatever guy we're talking about, I think we're talking about the same person. He's a fucking dick.
It's-
And
it's-
he does
it's
like
not
the
Steve
spray hair
Horsemeyer.
thing.
And one
No,
of them
it's not him.
died, and
Steve
the one
Horsemeyer's
that-
got the finger.
Yeah, and the glasses. He's kind of
Yeah.
nerdy.
Okay, he's on 5, right?
He's bounced around.
he's
He's
on
not
Fox
9.
now.
Yeah, he's on Fox now, but he was on
Yeah.
12. He was on 5 for a while. He's kind of one of those dudes just kind of
I
bounces.
dated
About to Google it.
Cherie Palello's nephew.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to hear about this?
He was in high
Should I-
school.
should-
Everybody used to think Rainy Rico was hot. I don't think
I
she's
think
like.
she
I don't,
was.
she's like.
Randy Rico was
Okay,
hot
but,
until they
like-
started broadcasting in HD.
Yeah, then you're like
Standing
"Ugh."
by that.
So was
Yeah.
Kit Andrews.
Yeah.
for-
Yeah. Ugh.
Oh no, Kid Andrews went from being like kind of hot older lady
I saw
to,
Kami
like,
Jerking
old.
at Cheesecake Factory eating in sweats once.
Really?
It's nice. Must have been a rough weekend.
Isn't it weird when you see like newscasters and shit like that?
Yeah.
We saw what's her name does the 10 o'clock news. The blonde chick. She looked good until they started.
Trisha
doing-
Mackey?
Yeah, Trisha Mackey. We saw her at
Steak and Shake.
Steak
Oh
and
my god,
Shake.
my
She's a
cousin,
steak
my,
and shake.
my cousin had the biggest crush on Trisha Mackey, like to the point where like and it had
There's
a
a
picture of her in
restraining
his
order?
locker.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
Damn.
We should try to get
That's
one of those
dedication.
newscasters on the show or
They're
something.
assholes.
I've
That'd
tried.
be fun.
They
Honestly,
all have egos.
Good.
Yeah.
Well,
I've looked into this, Brett, and to answer your question, they are contractually obligated. They cannot be on other forms of media. Yeah.
That's lies.
That makes sense.
It probably is.
That's
a bull, yeah, but still.
That makes.
We can get them when they're under like in between contracts or something.
Maybe.
Get a couple beers in them.
There was a chick that was on. She was on Fox. She was like the weekend correspondent or whatever. She always did like, "What's happening this weekend?"
Yeah.
She was smoking.
Steve Raleigh. This guy.
I told you.
Fucking dick.
I told you that was his name. Steve Raleigh. He is a dick.
That sounds like an ad. That's like
this guy.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not who I was thinking.
Looks like a prick.
Yeah, but he's an asshole. He does the hairspray like
because
he could see it, like because he cut it. We were at the Spiral Stakes or the Lanes End or whatever.
I fucking that's the horse race that we always go to.
So much fun.
My
we
grandpa
talked about
gets a
horse
table.
racing.
Yeah. Oh, dude, so do we.
Yeah.
Dude, it's such a blast.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Yeah. Sorry.
Do they eat steaks there while you watch?
It's catered by like it's always catered by like
McDonald's.
No, like what's his
Chipotle.
name? Jeff Ruby.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeff.
It's
Ruby.
Jeff Ruby's Spiral Steak, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Spiral Steak. Ooh.
But anyways, we were in line to get drinks, and he like basically just cuts everybody. But he like, because we were like about 2 or 3 people back, and he cuts right in front of us, and me and my brother-in-law were like, "What the fuck, dude?" So like I started tweeting him. Like, hey man, and I took a picture. I took a picture of the back of his head. I took a picture of the back of his head and tweeted it to him, and I got nothing. I got nothing. No, I didn't get anything. I didn't get no love, no nothing.
He saw it.
And I was like, this is classic.
I hope you ruined his like stupid limo ride home.
I hope so
he
too.
was like just like seething about it.
Yeah, because it was so bad.
You know that fucker takes a limo too and acts like he's like
hot shit.
Shit. Yeah, he fucking sucks at the weather.
Hey, let's get what's his well let's start fuck him. I'm gonna start tweeting him. What's his Twitter? Do you know?
Let's start a hashtag.
Fuck
line cutter. Hashtag line cutter.
Fuck Steve Raleigh.
Fuck Steve Raleigh. Yeah.
Nah, let's do hashtag line cutter.
Yeah. Hashtag spray on hair.
Steve, what is it?
I always thought this new guy.
Oh, I found him.
I always thought he
What
looked
year
like
was this?
A couple years ago. It was about 2 years ago.
He's got 11,000 followers.
I always thought this dude looked like Bart Simpson.
He kind of did.
He kind of does. Where was this at?
It was at the Turfway Park for the Spiral Stakes.
Why did you cut my friend
with your spray on hair?
Dusty.
So I have a spray on hair story while he's doing that.
Let's hear what you got.
On one of the Housewives shows, the 2 husbands got in a fight, and then they both had like white cashmere sweaters on, and the one was like, "What the fuck's all over my shirt?" Like he had like black smudges, and they had just gotten in a scuffle, and he's like, "Must have been dirt from the ground, dude." And then like they cut to like the little talking head cameo, and he goes, "Actually, it's my spray on hair." Like it's all over his sweater,
what year
on his
was
face.
I would say, what year are we in now? 19? 17?
17, yeah.
2017.
Yeah.
A couple of years back, there was a bad storm going on during like the American Idol finale. Back when I used to watch it with the wife.
Yeah.
And like he was like the newscaster, and he was all like, blah, blah, blah. Like,
when they come in during programming,
they were showing.
We're going to stay on the air until these storms are 150 miles out of the area. Like they stay on for like 4 fucking hours when they do that too.
I was blowing him up, just
that's their time to shine.
I was like, I'm trying to watch fucking American Idol, and you're ruining the finale.
That's their time to shine.
He actually got on. He's like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and go back to American Idol now. A lot of the fans are getting a little irate that we're on here. And I was like, it's probably only me, you fucker.
Was you in line for food, or
we were in line to get drinks?
Like
they're like the derby drinks or whatever. Well, he was getting a derby drink, I was getting a beer. Fucker. Ask him like what brand of hairspray he uses, because it's terrible.
Now I was to say, why did you cut my friend Dusty in line to get drinks at the Spiral Stakes?
He's probably like, what?
Hashtag line cutter.
I hope he responds. That'd be great.
I got a way of pushing people's buttons on social media where
he's blocked by many.
Where at least they'll either block me, or like I like the block because then it's like you fucking saw my shit.
You synced it.
You read it and it's pissed you off so much.
So let's move on here.
Okay,
let's move
sorry.
on. We got a couple news topics to go on here. Now you have to help me with this guy's name. It's like I can't remember what the guy's name is, but he actually had the police called on him during a comedy set because I guess the audience member felt
they felt threatened. And I still haven't heard exactly what
he said,
what the joke was.
But that's pretty
I don't think he knew because like he's like, I don't know, I think it was somebody in the first set and like he's like, I think he said I don't know what could have done it.
Suck my.
So,
But
like-
even the cops showed up and were like, "What?
Like, what?
Yeah.
Why are we here?"
Wasn't this was a Florida man story?
Yeah,
Like,
Florida man.
Yeah, it was in
cops.
Florida at a comedy club called Off the Hook Comedy Club.
Was it like Ahmed?
Yeah,
or something?
Ahmed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the guy's name.
that's
I've never
probably
heard of
really,
him before.
that's really why they called 911.
Yeah.
Probably.
Like,
No. If his name was Ahmed,
yeah.
then yeah, definitely, but not Ahmed.
Who's that guy with the puppets? The Ahmed the Dead.
Oh,
terrorist?
Jeff Dunham.
Yeah, can't stand him.
You know, but I feel like
God.
when you call 911 for stuff like that, like
It-
really,
That's
you should
bullshit.
be,
911. You
How
should
could
be
they not-
charged for.
you should be charged for
How
something.
could they not track that back? You would think they would. Like,
No,
oh,
they-
it's this
Like,
guy's number.
He should be charged. Whoever called 911 should be charged with filing a false police report.
Yeah.
Or just
What's
wasting police's time.
Bob Saget.
Oh, Lord.
Classic. He says, haha, Ken's on. Them and like Ken Catman's been going on and on for a while.
Oh, they got their own little thing.
Yeah, so like he says, haha, Ken is on our side. Jerks at KYHBB took Leo away because he's black, and they were yelling at me for being racist.
Leo had to work, man.
Leo, we miss you.
Yeah.
He had to work. Like we didn't take him away. If we were gonna take anybody away, it would
Probably be me.
Probably be Brad. 'Cause honestly, I don't know what he is. You know, or is he Italian? Is he Middle Eastern? Who knows?
He's
Yeah, what descent are you?
ethnically ambiguous.
Yeah.
You could be
Sexually
cast as a lot of
ambiguous.
things, yeah.
Let's just keep it a secret. Let's
Just
keep it a secret.
androgynous.
I've really, honestly, like, I've heard many things of what, like, my lineage could. I really do want to do that.
Don't do it,
no,
man.
don't do it.
Don't do it.
No.
Wait, hold
Don't
on.
do it.
I know what
No.
you're going to talk about here, the 23andMe and whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't want to rat
I-
out my kinfolk like that.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
funny. It's
One of my kin will be charged with something.
I actually saw a news thing on TV. It may have been last night or early today. I can't remember. But they actually said that the DNA sites like that, like 23andMe and the other one, whatever it is, they actually don't give up your information to the police. There has been like, I think they said like
I don't believe it.
five-ish instances where they have been given like court orders and they were just like, no, we're not.
So
doing
here's
it.
the thing: half these websites are where they store all your information for the DNA. So like, there's 2 or 3 of them's already been hacked. So you've already have like your information about your DNA and all that other shit that's out there.
Okay.
I mean,
That's
I
not
agree.
like
It
because
could
it's
be
not
that.
like HIPAA.
Yeah,
It's
I just
not
want to know
like
what I
HIPAA.
am, guys.
Right,
I just want to
right.
know
So-
what
This
I
is
am.
this is not like conspiracy
Who am I?
theory. This is like for real. The price you pay for the kit is actually only the cost of processing.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're making their money is they're creating a database that's accessible. It's anonymous because there's no name attached to it, but it is definitely being used for marketing purposes. Mark my words.
Probably, but
So-
so is Facebook.
Yeah,
saw in
but it's
your-
like this is my actual like
You're just
DNA.
like
genetic makeup. This is physically who I am.
you're just
No,
like
thank
you're
you.
just us talking right now. All of our phones are listening. Like
My-
they're-
Yeah, I know.
I-
it's weird.
I
get-
guarantee you, we're all going to get ads for 23andMe on our phones.
I already get like pissed off if my face, like if my thing doesn't recognize me. Like if it's too dark, I'm like, fuck this shit. So like I can't be on my high horse about like privacy issues.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
And speaking of, it's
It's not a
happy birthday,
snitch.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, is that his
It's
birthday?
It's his birthday
birthday?
today,
How
35.
many fucks do you give Mark Zuckerberg if he dies?
See, I think he'll be the highest profile mass shooter.
You think so?
Like, I
You think so?
He's
I'm
gonna
calling
be-
it now.
He's going to be president
Mark
someday.
Zuckerberg.
Hey, Josh.
After,
Josh Rath tuned in. Gotta say hi to Josh.
Oh, Josh,
man.
yeah. He never replied back, fucker.
Yeah, he never replies back to me either. He's a busy guy, man. But it's okay.
Anyway,
we love you,
what's up,
Josh. We
Josh?
miss you, Josh.
What's up, Josh?
Anyways, what were we going
What's
to
up,
talk about?
Zuck.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's his birthday.
Happy birthday, Mark.
Like how his partners.
What do you
like,
get a billionaire
his
for
partner's
their birthday?
His partner's
What
like,
do you get them?
you didn't cut me in well enough, so fuck you, and we're gonna break you up like a trust that you are. Like his partner's like calling for the FCC to
Yeah.
bust
To shut him down.
to just break it up. It's saying it's a trust, which it is, but anyway,
Fuck Zuckerberg, man.
not as much as Steve Raleigh, but fuck
Yeah,
him.
fuck him.
Hey, I'm telling you, Steve Raleigh. Hey, people listening tonight,
Line cutter.
you need to get on
Line
your
cutter.
Twitter
He's still a dick, though.
and make sure to go to
Sometimes I wish I would have a small dick.
at Cincy WX Man MAN. Cincy WXMAN, and ask him just politely. Don't be rude.
Why are you a line cutter?
Why did you cut my friend? Just everybody. Actually, if you're gonna do this,
and make sure you tweet at Dusty too.
I don't have a
tweet the same thing. Just say, why did you cut my friend Dusty in line to get drinks at the Spiral Steaks in 2017?
Fucking dick.
Hashtag line cutter. That's all you need to do.
Hashtag.
So moving along to another comedian.
Ask about his shitty hairspray.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
That's what kind of uses.
I just didn't want to know why he cut Dusty in line for drinks.
So Louis C.K., he's been in the news recently
for personal vendettas.
For like jerking off in front of people and stuff. You got a personal vendetta against Louis C.K. too?
No,
you're taking it up against people who are against.
Well, with this particular issue with him.
Yeah. So, no, I didn't know this, but Brad brought this to my attention here. Louis C.K. is complaining. Well, he's not really complaining. He's asking people not to record his comedy set.
There's a lot of comedians that do that.
Yeah.
Which I completely get it.
I totally get it too, but everybody's like, they're like giving him backlash over this.
Yeah, people are flipping the fuck out about it.
Why can't we record you?
Yeah.
You know?
Why can't we put your unfinished material out there for free on... Okay, there's a lot of... Okay, if you don't like him... all that's fine. I understand that, but you can't get mad at the guy for not wanting people to like record.
It's a creative process.
Yeah,
I think you're allowed to.
I don't think people should be filming anything at any live event or show.
Anything you have to pay tickets for.
It's intellectual property.
Yeah, you're technically breaking a law when you do that.
Yeah. But I'm guilty of recording Little Debbie shows.
We didn't last time. We thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Stone sober, and we didn't record.
Pull out your phone, take a quick picture.
As I was going to say, take a picture.
Assholes that's like standing
take
there
a picture.
All night.
Don't like record all night with your.
That would be me.
I saw.
Do you actually? I have a question. People who record
entire shows.
Do you go back and watch it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think
like put it on YouTube.
You get a pass because I feel like 90% of people just like.
And how much memory do you have on your file? Like, I'm constantly getting messages. I'm running out of memory.
It's also the people who
I take a GoPro, so that's how I do it.
It's also people who go live on Facebook, like at a shitty, like in their cameras all jerking
off.
Who gives a fuck?
Going live at a show is way worse, I think.
Well, it always sounds like shit, and it looks like shit, and no one gives a fuck.
But just to record it so you can go back and watch it, I think it's fine. But like if.
Well, but don't obstruct someone else's view.
Yeah, I went to a show once, and the guy was like filming the whole thing with an iPad.
Really?
Oh, that's iPad?
Yeah, like held his iPad up the whole time. Yeah.
Like who the fuck does that?
Yeah, an asshole. Like that's just.
What show was it?
I think it might have been. Might have been Dean Ween.
Ween.
Damn.
Dean Ween of Ween.
Dean Ween of Ween.
Yeah.
Wiener.
But really, like, if it was anybody else, like Chappelle, there's a bunch of people that do that. And everybody's like, "That's cool. I kind of like that." Like, don't let people. And then like he doesn't. It's like.
But I think the thing with him is because it's like.
It's because he's easy off in front of people.
Right. It's like.
He's an easy target now.
Yeah.
Well, and he doesn't want people taking things out of context in his act and using it against him for.
Which I totally get.
Yeah. I understand it from that standpoint.
No dick
too.
checks
I feel like
from
any
him,
lawyer would tell you to.
I think the thing that bothers me the most about the Louis C.K. thing is that like. Same with kind of other comedians like joking about stuff that they're actually like doing. Like he was just like kind of pushing it to see how far he could get it. That's what it felt like to me because he's smart enough to say like I've always asked for consent beforehand, and then it's always just like one more like little like incremental things, and that's what makes it malicious to me because it's like I get it if you're like an exhibitionist who like is. That's your thing, but it's also like what I didn't know up until a few days ago is that like his agents and stuff were going behind like these women's back, like if they said like and like getting them paperwork to like sign NDAs and like threatening to like ruin their career if they said anything, and like that's where I think like the malice comes.
Well, yeah, that. Yeah.
But it's
like take all that out and just talk about recording somebody's.
Yeah, I think, but the context matters in the outrage meter,
If he died right now, a lot of people wouldn't give him a high score.
I don't know.
I would. I like Louis C.K.
I just fucking.
I liked him before. I still like him now.
That's the hardest one for me because it's like.
That's what he said.
That was what he said.
That's what he wants you to say.
Yeah.
I just and like I have to imagine what he's like. Like what was he like? Just like this like I have to imagine he looks like what he looked like on stage when he was like pantomiming it, like sweaty and like kind of pudgy.
That's hot.
Like, ugh,
She just described me.
like,
A lot of us. And a lot of our audience.
but it's yeah.
Bob Saget.
What if it actually?
You ever met this Bob Saget guy?
No, I have no clue who he is.
No one knows where he's from.
It'd be funny if it was actually him.
I'm actually. It gives me the option to like hide and show comments when it's kind of like risky, but I'm gonna show this one. Bob Saget actually says, "I jerk off to KYHBB too."
Nice.
So, thank you. I appreciate that.
That's actually how I first heard about you guys.
A view's a view. I mean, we'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take views, comments, whatever, what have you.
Mail.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of what he's gonna ship us.
I still haven't checked the mailbox. I need to do that. Every time I plan on doing it, I fucking forget.
Yeah.
It's like right up the street from my house. I always
It's kind of
forget
like
to do it.
on my way. I should just like check it before like I come over to
Yeah, I
the
need
show.
to toss
Is it
you
a real
key.
PO box?
Yeah, real PO. Throw it up there, man. Throw it up.
BM.
Yeah. So check it out. I don't know what it is off.
What do you think about the fans that are into this?
I'm making
Type of
this
people
sound
you
effect
think they
happen. Like, we're gonna play this.
No, they're
every
fucking
time.
awesome.
You need to find the one where it's I think it says something like the people watching this want to jerk off or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I have yet to. I don't think
know.
it exists.
It's on there. It's got to
Okay.
be. We'll
Have a tutorial.
we'll get together.
You'll
on
mansplain
this.
it. It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Mansplain.
That's right.
Jerry explain it.
But that was it.
I think that's going to wrap up all our news. You guys want to talk about anything else before we get out of
Anything
here?
on your mind?
You guys are going to
Riff
Riff
Raff.
Raff on
Yeah.
Saturday. We're going to
The G-Bird.
Gatlinburg.
Nice.
What's going on down there? A show or anything?
No, we're just going to go to Dollywood it up. We're going to Pigeon Forge it up. We're going
We're gonna get airbrush T-shirts.
to
Fuck yeah.
With our names
with
on
our
them.
names on
Do
them.
it.
Yeah. And then
Wear
we're
'em-
also,
wear 'em on
well,
the
we're going to
show.
go to that true crime museum that's down there.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You
really
see
So
You
edgy.
get to see Ted Bundy's Volkswagen,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
I want to see the OJ Bronco.
And we're stopping on the way because Lexington is on the
Yes.
way. We're going to stop at Jim Varney's grave and also see the Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine
The
bear.
Cocaine Bear? Yeah.
You've never heard about the Cocaine Bear?
Apparently,
No.
Cocaine Bear is a new attraction.
Well, was this in the 70s
It was
or
in
80s?
the 70s.
Do they give a bear cocaine?
Well, what had happened was there was
What
this
had
drug
happened was-
smuggler or drug
He
dealer.
was a drug cartel member, and he was
Had a pet
smuggling. He had a successful racket of where he would fly in solo by himself,
Right.
and like since it was just him in the plane, he could land wherever, and he would land smuggling the cocaine. Well, he got tipped off that they like the ATF was like waiting for him at the airport. So he decided that he was just going to ditch the plane and jump out with like the coke strapped to his body, but it was too heavy for the for the parachute.
Right.
He started ditching the coke into the forest as he plummeted to his death, and a bear found some of this coke and ate it.
No, it found $1.8 million worth of cocaine
Like
it
a
ate.
huge
Wow.
Damn.
brick. And
Yeah.
So is the bear still alive?
No, it's stuffed and like.
But the thing about the bear is it was found, and they did the autopsy and found it ate the coke from this drug dealer or cartel member, and they had him stuffed. And then there was a custody battle over the stuffed bear.
Yeah, who
That's
actually
awesome.
like has legal rights to the
Where's the
cocaine
bear at?
bear? It's at this place in Lexington,
It's like a roadside
it's like a roadside
attraction,
attraction,
fun
like
mall.
place, fun mall kind of a thing.
Where, if you figure out where it's at, let me know.
It's
I
in
want to go check it
Lexington.
out.
Yeah, I'll send you
Yeah.
the address.
It's in the spreadsheet.
Yeah, it's in the spreadsheet.
Oh, you got a spreadsheet, don't you,
If you
Britt?
just Google, if you just Google cocaine bear, like it'll
I'm
tell you.
definitely going to look
Shake
at
that
And
bear.
then I'm gonna go to Jim Varney's grave too, which I'm.
You gonna take a thing of trout milk for him?
No, I'm gonna.
Oh.
I said to him,
Eggnog.
and he didn't want to.
Oh man, you pour some milk out for him.
No,
Like a
but then,
homie.
man, that guy was awesome, and I know he's just huge cock, man. I'm telling you.
You can ask
Big
Lee
dick
Krimble's
energy.
mom, man.
Dude, that's so crazy. You know somebody that fucked Jim Varney. God, I have a million questions about that.
Was it veiny?
Yeah, was it Veiny? Was it?
I bet
Hey,
it was
Vane.
Varney.
Hey, Vane. It was Varney.
That was his
Hey,
nickname
Vane.
in grade school. Veiny
Veiny
Varney.
Varney. Yeah.
Vern.
When he came, did he go, ee?
That's what I said. Ew, yeah.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got some trout milk for you.
It's curdled.
It's good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, all right, that is going to be our time this week, folks. I want to thank everybody who tuned in on Facebook and on YouTube and Periscope, Twitter, whatever you want.
Wherever
to
you're
call it.
watching.
Wherever you're
Friendster.
watching it, thanks. Check out our Facebook page. You can stay up to date on all things that's going on. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I don't do the fucking Snapchat anymore.
That's
I
all
don't
the
ever fuck
stuff
with that.
right there.
Yeah, go check us out
All
on
the
one of
things.
those. You'll get acquainted with us one way or another. Get in touch with us, or you can always just go to kyhbb.com and check us out there. Any last words? Anybody? Anybody got anything to say?
No.
Mail us some shit. I'll check it eventually.
Rest in peace, Tim Conway.
Dorf.
And Doris Day and the Time.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I
wanna know ya. Yeah.
Well, all right, we're gonna get the
R.I.P.
fuck out of here. I'm your host, Jerry Saylor.
I'm Leper Slumpy Dusty B.
I'm Brad Sabbath.
And I am Britt Fred.
And we
are
are out
out.
here. Fuck you,
Bye.
Toby.
Can't forget to cue the fucking music, Brett.
God.
Damn.